Hey guys, Sabersting here, back with my Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play episode 11. In this episode, we make massive progress because we get our second 6-star champion. Who will it be? I think you guys probably have a pretty good idea. Let's get into the video. We've decided to make Arndulf a 5-star. We're going to be feeding him to get Arix into 6-star. We've also decided, big decision, I'm going to feed Lady Annabelle. Lady Annabelle, I've been meh with her for quite a while. And I think now at this point in time, if I was maybe a few more months into the game and I got a Lady Annabelle, I'd kind of get a bit more interested in keeping her around for like faction wars, seeing what I kind of, especially if I had better gear as well. But at this moment in time, I don't really have the luxury of being able to keep her when I'm absolutely desperate for another 6-star. So that's 2 5-stars there, boom. And we've got about 7 or 8 4-star champions here to feed. So we're about 8 champions off, 7 or 8 champions off. So that's where we are in terms of that. We're just going to pop open a couple of shards here, hopefully, just trying to get a couple more 3-stars so I can then turn them into the 4-stars. And it just lessens my grind in the campaign. So, a Coffin Smasher. People like this guy for Clan Boss. People really like him for Clan Boss because he's got a HP burn, which is quite consistent, and he's got a 3-time hitter with a decreased attack. I'm not going to be using him for Clan Boss, but I can see why people like him. He's got a very simple kit, very good, a lot of damage, especially when you've got the Giant Slayer, which I was talking about last episode. And then as our second shard, we got this idiot Skink. Great. Onto the grind then. So here we go. We are finally going to do it. Massive moment for this account. We're going to get our second 6-star champion. I've decided for it to be Arix. I mean, she's pretty clear in terms of all the other champions I've got. And then I think my third one eventually will be Duck the Pierced. He is amazing. A great epic. I've really enjoyed using him. But there we have it. Boom, our second 6-star. A lot of our energy now is going to be going into the Minotaur to carry on. And boom, we've used that XP barrel to get her straight up to level 60, which means that we're fine in the missions now going forward. We can do the mission that says get 2 rank 60 champions. Massive, massive moment for the account. And you can see how much here her power has been increased. Now she's got 46k HP, decent amount of defense, could get that up, but I really need to improve her speed a bit more now as well. Also, for good luck, we've just got this one ancient shard lying around, so we're going to pop it open and see what we get. And it is Avenger. Not worth anything at all. Let's keep moving. It's important to see as well because obviously ascending champions, especially if they're a higher rank like epic or legendary, it can take up so many of your resources, so much of your energy just pouring into the keeps, trying to find these bigger potions. And as you can see here, I'm on the final ascension of Arix, and I just can't find these. I spent all day yesterday trying to loot the magic keep, and I was just barely getting any of these. But something which you might not know, this potion mixer in the corner. If you click on this, then obviously when you're spending all your time in the keeps, you might be getting all of these little potions here, not finding the bigger ones, but you're finding these little ones. And it's important at this point to think, right, what's my priority? Is my priority energy or silver? Now, energy is way more valuable of a resource because obviously you can use your energy in multiple areas of the game. You can put it in the keeps, you can put it in Minotaur or the dungeons to get gear. It's just the most valuable resource. Whereas silver is great, it's great to have, but you can only really use it to upgrade your artifacts. And I've not got any artifacts that need upgrading at the moment. I've maxed out all of my good ones, so I'm just sitting and waiting to get some more. So I can use all of these lesser potions that I've got, and then if I had enough silver, currently I don't, but you can click on, I'll put it to max here, and I can get, boom, here, 38 greater potions, and then I can put all of these into and do the same, and put them into superior potions. Giving me 38 of these potions, that'll give me enough to make 4 superior potions. Arix needs 6, so I only need a few more of the medium or the small ones, and then I can get 6. So it's a lot easier than having to constantly look for the massive superior ones all the time. You can do it this way instead if you have the silver. Okay, so we're in a bit of an interesting position now, because if you look at the champions that I've got, obviously you've been working on Arix and Ronda, they're my 2 key ones. Sandlashed is always going to be in the mix. We've managed to get another amulet, I think, for her there, giving her a bit of crit damage. Not the best, but it's giving her accuracy, which is good, because she has the skill where she can reduce the duration of the debuffs on people. This one here, which is really good, Endless Sands, reducing the enemy buffs, and it's also increasing your buffs. And she's got the provoke on the A1 as well, so more accuracy means that she can lock out certain people. I've really been enjoying Sandlashed Survivor. And then we have Duck the Pierced, who has been very, very good for me as well. And these are like my main four. Obviously, Genbo we've got, and he's great, but he's not quite up to speed yet in terms of the arena, and the arena is the only place I'm going to be using Genbo. I'm not going to use him in the dungeons. Like I said in another video, I don't think he's really offering enough. He doesn't give you any debuffs, really. He's just focused on damage. And in terms of Jur the Hungerer, no, he's okay. This skill here is decent, but he does a little continuous heal on everyone, and it also heals everyone too. So this one's decent. It's on a 5-turn cooldown at the moment, and I don't have any epic books, so it's a real struggle trying to upgrade him. And Grizzled Jarl, the same. He's kind of been put on the real back burner. He's not really offering me enough. So I've got the main four here, but I'm really looking for another slot in the dungeons. So just a champion that can stick in there. I've managed to level up my Kale a little bit. He might actually fill that slot, giving me the damage that I need to beat Dragon, because that's where I'm really struggling at the moment, and it's where I need to progress, because all of the best gear that you can get is in this Dragon here. And if I can just beat this stage 13, I'm doing stage 12 comfortably, but stage 13 gives you 6-star artifacts, and this is the one which is imperative. I really need to get here. So basically, for that reason, what we're going to do is we're going to open some shards. I'm going to buy this small shard pack. We're going to redeem all that there. Boom, boom, boom. And then we're going to open 4 ancient shards. There's a 2x chance on voids coming up. So save all your void shards. I don't have any, so that's all fine. Let's go with 4 ancient shards. Here's the first one. We get a rare. Solaris, awful. Not even going to bother looking over this dude because I know he's not good. Next one. This, he's awful. Tormentor. No. Awful again. We're getting the worst rares of the bunch. Another rare. Another Diabolist. We've probably got about 8 or 10 Diabolists at the moment just because we keep farming the last chapter of the campaign where you can get her. And then finally, another rare. Awful luck recently on this account. We've not really had anything good other than obviously Arix in the first video and a couple of decent-ish epics, but we've not had anything for a while. So that's going to be the end of the video, guys. We've not really been up to much other than just farming purely masteries. Rhonda is getting there. Arix is getting there. We've got 2 of a kind of second to bottom row masteries now, going really good, and this is the area that I've kind of been focusing on. I've got this one, Cycle of Revenge, on Arix, which means you've got a 50% chance of increasing the turn meter when an ally is attacked with a critical hit. It's probably going to happen, but this synergizes really well with her passive that she's got, which means that it just basically fills the turn meter like crazy whenever people are getting hit with critical hits. It just synergizes really well, and it makes the most sense to go with Arix. So that's the end of the video, guys. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed it and like the video, and I'll see you next episode.